Every legend begins somewhere, but the very genesis of Hyrule and the Triforce might be far stranger and more profound than the stories tell. Jax Volt and Pixelbit dive into the forbidden truths of the golden goddesses and the world they shaped.
What's up, gamers, and welcome to 8-Bit Reloaded! I'm Jax Volt, and if you're like me, you've spent countless hours rescuing princesses, slashing through Ganon's forces, and probably getting lost in the Lost Woods more times than you can count. But today, we're not just playing a game, we're cracking open the Zelda universe like never before, digging into its most ancient secrets to reveal the hidden truths behind the legends you thought you knew. Get ready to have your mind blown. Remember that feeling? Plugging in that gray cartridge, the satisfying click, then seeing that iconic title screen on your CRT? That's where our journey truly begins.
Indeed, Jax. And for those of us who remember the true weight of those cartridges, even after decades spent traversing every pixelated dungeon and every rendered forest, there are still layers to Hyrule's narrative that continue to surprise. Today we journey back to the very first whisper of creation, because the stories you read in the game manuals, or even the Hyrule Historia itself, might just be the simplified version. What if Hyrule's creation myth isn't just a simple fairy tale, but a cosmic event hiding truly profound, universal secrets?
So, 3 goddesses, each with their own domain. That's a classic mythological setup. But what makes the Zelda creation myth so unique, Pixelbit?
That's where the comparative context hook comes in. While many pantheons have creator deities, the Zelda goddesses Din, Nayru, and Farore aren't just powerful. They left behind a tangible legacy, a direct imprint on the world and its people. They shaped reality with specific, identifiable forces. First, we have Din, the goddess of power. She poured her mighty strength into the land, creating the very foundations of Hyrule. Think of those towering mountains, the fiery Death Mountain, the sheer force that underpins the physical world. It's not just a mountain, it's a piece of divine might. Then there's Nayru, the goddess of wisdom and law. She didn't just give life form, she imposed order. Every law, every concept of time and space, every fundamental principle of physics within Hyrule emanates from her. It's an incredibly sophisticated concept for a video game myth, almost like a divine operating system. And when you consider that early Zelda games had to convey this vast, abstract lore using limited sprites and a few lines of text, the elegance of their design choices for these deities becomes even more impressive. It's a testament to how much narrative they could pack into just a few bits. And finally, Farore, the goddess of courage and life. She breathed spirit into all living things, bringing forth the races of Hyrule, the forests, the very will to exist and strive. She's the reason life persists, even against overwhelming darkness.
So power, wisdom, and courage, it all sounds very familiar.
Indeed, Jax, because after they created the world, these 3 goddesses departed, leaving behind a sacred relic, a testament to their divine power. We know it as the Triforce. Born from their concentrated essence, the Triforce embodies those 3 fundamental virtues: Din's power, Nayru's wisdom, and Farore's courage. It's not just a symbol, it's a conduit to ultimate cosmic power. It literally grants the wishes of whoever touches it, if that person has a balanced heart.
So if you're not balanced, what happens?
Then it splits. The piece corresponding to your dominant virtue remains with you, and the other 2 scatter, seeking worthy bearers. This is the mechanism that drives so much of Hyrule's history. Think about it from a collector's perspective, Jax. This isn't just an in-game item. It's the ultimate, rarest artifact in all of gaming lore. The Holy Grail, that every character, good or evil, fundamentally yearns for. We all chase that complete set. For almost 4 decades now, this golden triangle has remained the most powerful, sought-after, and often misunderstood relic in all of gaming. Its enduring legacy proves its power, both in-game and in the minds of players. They didn't just leave it out there, Jax. They deposited it in what would become known as the Sacred Realm. Imagine a pure golden parallel dimension, a place so sacred, so untouched, that it existed almost as a direct extension of the goddesses themselves. That's the Sacred Realm. It was intended to be a divine repository, a place where the Triforce could remain safe, untouched by mortal hands. A paradise.
Intended to be? Sounds like something went wrong.
Indeed, because even a sacred paradise is vulnerable to the desires of mortals. And that, my friend, leads us to the silent era before the hero of the sky, and the very first stirrings of the darkness that would plague Hyrule for millennia.
What a mind-bending start, Pixelbit. The true origins of Hyrule are even deeper than I imagined. We're talking cosmic architects, powerful relics, and sacred dimensions.
And this is just the first whisper. Next time, on 8-Bit Reloaded, we delve into the earliest conflicts that shaped Hyrule, the true nature of the goddess Hylia, and the terrifying curse that doomed the land to endless cycles of heroism and evil. It all begins with demise.
Don't miss it. Make sure you smash that like button. Let us know your favorite Zelda creation theory in the comments below. And of course, hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss a single bite of our lore deep dives. This is just the beginning.
Until next time, keep your pixels polished and your Triforce shiny.